13-1. You heard that right. Monday Night Football unders this year are 13-1. Yeah, primetime's been crazy for unders. Sundays, Thursdays, but Mondays, 13-1 to the under. So we got a lot to talk about today. I'm glad to be back. I was on paternity leave, welcoming my second daughter, and final. I can tell you that much. We'll catch the snip after this, despite how much I'm scared of it. Two and done. I'd rather be working. I'd rather be here with you guys. Missed all of you. Happy to be back. We're talking Monday Night Football, Jacksonville-Jaguars, Cincinnati-Bengals. I'm Dave Loughy with OddsShopper. Before we start, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and as always, comment down below your favorite picks from this game. Are you tailing the under? 13-1. Are you bucking the trend? Are you going? You're gonna back the Bengals? You gonna back the Bengals with Jake Browning now that T. Higgins is back? Or do you have a prop that you're throwing out there? Give it to me. Give it to the people. Let's share the wealth today, make some money, and talk a little football. Let's get into it. All right, so you've got a game that was expected to be a whole lot different than this, right? Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, primetime football. Quite frankly, it would have been an awesome matchup. Same with Baltimore and Cincinnati last game. That Cincinnati was on a primetime slate until Joe Burrow got hurt. I mean, look, he's swinging this line like 7 points, right? If Joe Burrow was healthy, what's the line on this game? 3 points? Now it's 10, 9.5 in some spots. We'll get to that. But yeah, I look at it and I say, last week you have a guy in Jake Browning who, look, he wasn't terrible. You know, I guess you could say he acquitted himself somewhat well, despite the fact that they only put up 10 points. They should have won that game. But this team ran 43 plays. They were already one of the slower teams in the league. They ran 43 plays in that game. They were dead last in seconds per play in week 12 as well. So they just tried to slow it down as much as possible. But what's the problem with that? The problem with that is they don't have a competent run game right now. And I don't even totally blame Joe Mixon. They haven't been able to run block for him ever since he's been in Cincinnati. And despite all these attempted overhauls to the offensive line, it hasn't really worked, right? So they're going to play slow. They might have to pick the pace up if they go down early, but that's going to be meaning that you're relying on Jake Browning. Now, T. Higgins is back. You have Jamar Chase. All of that is well and good, but it's still going to be a struggle. And this game right now has a 40-point total. It actually came up. So with it coming up from 38 to 40, guys, I'm going to lean on the under. 13-1 on Monday Night Football. And I look at this on two different ways. You know, Travis Etienne is banged up with the ribs, but he's going to play. Dearness Johnson's a fine backup. But you have Lawrence. You have Evan Ingram. You have Christian Kirk. You have Calvin Ridley. You have just a wealth of options in the passing game and in the run game. You've got a good quarterback at home in Trevor Lawrence. But also, the Jacksonville Jaguars defense is no slouch either. I mean, they've done a very good job of stifling the run all season long. On the season, rushing yards per game for the Jags, 87 per game, third fewest in the league. They do not allow much on the ground, which means that either you get up early and you force Jake Browning to throw, or even if you don't get up early, you're still talking about a team now that is going to have to try and run the football. And the Cincinnati Bengals have had absolutely zero success running the football in 2023. So it plays pretty poorly for them. And I'm not somebody that would typically go big home favorite plus the under, right? Usually you're looking for under and then the big dog because it stays close. But tell me you guys couldn't see a 24-10 game playing out here. Hell, 27-10 gets you there. 30-10 pushes. You have a 15-point implied total for the Bengals. Matter of fact, on our OddsShopper tool, well, I think the highest rated bet was Bengals under 7.5 points in the first quarter. So give me the under. I'm going to ride the trend. And here's why. You don't have to like this, but the unders have just been a cash cow for us all year. We could lose this under, and it doesn't matter if we've been, look, I'm not the biggest trends better in the world, but this is one that I jumped on and we know it. Even if we lose this, we're still up massively betting unders on primetime football, betting unders on the season, but specifically primetime, specifically Monday Night Football. And I'm going to lay the 9.5 points with the Jags because it's 10 everywhere, except in one spot on FanDuel specifically, it is 9.5 points right now. Well, if I'm getting it at 9.5 inside of 10, and you can see this on OddsShopper right here, you're getting it at, look, 9.5 points. Everywhere else it's 10. You're paying a little additional juice, but you're getting it inside that key number, inside 10. I'll take that all day long. So under 9.5, Jags, we'll lay the points and take the under 40. Now, as always, it's time to talk about some props, my friends. And I must say, I'm really excited about what we have with this OddsShopper tool. We just dropped the price down to where it's literally accessible for anybody now, to the point where if you were to say, go and use this for a month, right? And you were to win 3 more bets than you normally would in a month. Not only are you profitable, but you've paid for the entire subscription. Think of that for a second. It's a market-based approach, okay? You're just finding the bad odds. You're finding the bad lines across these sports books. And what are you doing? You're grabbing them. I was on paternity leave the past week. I was sitting in bed or walking the dog and just going on because I didn't have time to research anything. I just plucking off bets, and I had a killer week betting the NFL. One more thing. Yesterday, I'm sitting here after the games. The spreads come out for week 14, and I see the top ranked one that we have, highest OS rating, highest EV, is Cowboys and Eagles over 49.5. I'm looking at it. Pinnacle's got it at 52. We have it as our highest bet. FanDuel had it at 49.5. I bet it. I threw it up on Twitter. I'm at Loughy_D, by the way, LOUGHY_D, if you want picks throughout the week, every week. And I said, hit this now, it's going to move. I wake up this morning, that 49.5 was 52.5. So link in the description and in chat if you want to check this tool out. All of our plus EV picks, including now our premium Discord, amazing community, all of our expert picks, and our expert picks page on OddsShopper, plus our parlay builder. Just check it out. You're going to love it, guys. Anyway, for today's games, the one prop that I really love, Evan Ingram, right now, our second rated bet. It's on ESPN Bet specifically, but over 4.5 receptions. If you were to apply some statistical analysis to this, he's gone over 4.5 in 8 of 11 games. He doesn't have a single game on the season without at least 4 receptions. It's a spot that I'm really looking to target here. And also, Bengals under 7.5 first half, or under 7.5 points first half team total. Here's one right here. Look at this. Minus 198 on Pinnacle. The odds here, depending on the book you're getting, is a spot that you want to take advantage of. If you want to check this out for yourself, it's less than $2. It's $1.60 a day for everything we have at OddsShopper. We took all of our tools, all of our Discord, everything, put it in one package. Check it out. And if you ever have any questions, my DMs on Twitter are open. Now for a touchdown prop before we get out of here for the morning. I'm going to Evan Ingram. It sounds crazy, right? He doesn't have a single touchdown on the year, but these things are fluky. They're volatile. There's so much variance. There's so much variance when it comes to touchdowns. Let me click on his name here. So I want to find the best odds on Evan Ingram more than anything else before we do this. Because if you're betting touchdown props, always get the best odds. I pull it up on OddsShopper, but you can do it the long way if you want. Anytime touchdown score for Ingram. By the way, this guy had no red zone targets through like the first 7 weeks of the season. He has 4 red zone targets over the last 5 weeks. So I'm not too worried about that at all. Plus 270 on PointsBet, plus 270. There you go, on FanDuel. Look at Caesars is plus 190. Pinnacle's plus 217. I think you could see Evan Ingram finally find the end zone. Remember, a few weeks ago, we said Deontay Johnson, this is your day. He hadn't scored since Ben Roethlisberger was his quarterback. We rode with it, and it hit late in the game against the Titans. Let's see if we can work some magic again today. Evan Ingram with anytime touchdown score, plus 270. If you want to get crazy, plus 1,100 first touchdown score, be my guest. But we'll go over 4.5 receptions, anytime touchdown score, under 40 in this game, and Jags minus 9.5. And of course, guys, you want to check out OddsShopper Premium, get the Discord, the expert picks, and all of our plus EV picks. NFL crushed yesterday. Check it out. Links in the description and chat. Give me your favorite picks. Hit me up on Twitter, and we'll see you back here for Thursday. Peace.